What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, The Haunting of Bly Manor, episode 6. Whew, that was a heavy one, folks.
Yeah.
That last episode was deep, it was emotional, and it was confusing as all hell.
I mean, yes.
To an extent.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Like, it took a minute to kind of figure out what was going on here.
Yeah.
But I always talk about how I get a kind of second chance to watch these episodes because I edit these videos. And it became really clear after watching the episode and then going back and watching it again what was happening once you kind of saw the end and then you watch the episode from the beginning.
Okay.
Hannah was essentially going through all of her memories, which is just so tragic.
Which, when you say stuff like that, it's like, did her life flash before her eyes? Was it that type of thing? Does that happen after you die, that your life flashes before your eyes? Or was that right before you die, that your life flashes before your eyes?
I don't think it was a flashing type moment because we've seen her already throughout the first few episodes of this show, like zoned out. And every time she's zoned out, she's going through memories. So it's one of those things where even the moment Dani met her for the first time, she was like, oh, I'm miles away. And it was literally the moment that she died. Like, right before Dani showed up, she was literally shoved down this well. And so every moment we see her kind of zoned out or not present. I mean, she's not present because she's dead. But it's a situation of her cycling through these memories. And the thing that's still, even after watching it really 3 times, because I get to watch it twice while editing, I still didn't fully grasp what was going on with the Owen interview that kept playing, because it was clear it was being altered. It was clear that a very specific message was getting sent through these memories. Mm-hmm. But I mean, put them in quotes because they're not that's not actually how any of these happened. And the fact that it continued to kind of highlight Miles, and then they were like progressively getting more intense, and Owen like yelling at him like, there's something wrong with Miles. And it's like, yeah, there is something wrong with him. He friggin' got abducted by Peter.
Right.
After being killed himself.
I mean, but I mean, that kid just doesn't feel right to begin with, because I mean, his parents died, and then he should have done more things bad to that bird.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, at that age, you go through that kind of trauma, you're definitely going to be, like, there's definitely going to be issues there.
Yeah, not fully.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where it's almost like Hannah doesn't have that realization that she's dead.
Right.
And it's almost like those Owen interviews are like, hey, wake up, you're dead. Like, figure it out. Like, snap out of, like, whatever you're trying to do. You're gone now. Like, you are no longer there. Where, like, the opposite happened with Peter, where when he got friggin' choked to death by the lady by the lake, who we'll talk about in a second, he immediately had a moment where Flora went to go give him one of the dolls, and it fell through his hand, and it was like, he went to grab it, and it was like, there was like an instant moment where it's like, oh shit, I died, and then now I'm seeing my body dragged out to, like, through the house, down out into the lake. He had an instant moment of just like, oh shit, this isn't right, and was probably able to put the pieces together quickly. Because even when Miles shoved her down the well, right before that, these kids, by the way, fantastic actors. They're amazing.
Oh my god.
They are so good.
Believable.
Yeah, but Peter through Miles was like, I would love nothing more than to leave this fucking property. So obviously he can't leave because he's dead, and obviously he knows that he's dead. He kind of figured that one out. And I feel like Hannah, which is why she's still interacting with everyone, Hannah's maybe cycling through these moments to come to the conclusion that she's actually dead.
Like,
and
trying to pull her shit together?
Yeah, maybe. It was something that you noticed very early on, because I remember you calling it out really early, that she never ate. And she never left.
She'd always say, like, no, I already ate. And it's like, what's wrong with the food?
Yeah. Because she was always, like, the moment we met her, there was always something a little off.
Just like fidgety, very uncomfortable, very...
always zoned out.
Yes. Just off in thought, feels like.
Yeah, and it's such a sad, tragic thing because...
miles away.
The fact that crack keeps coming up, and that was the last thing she saw, which is just like, damn. And then
terrible.
And then that memory with Owen and Paris, and she never gave the answer, and then in one of the memories she's like, yes, let's go, and then the memory played out as it is supposed to, and he's like, oh, alcohol, you see you later, or whatever he says with the really good pun jokes, and she like ran after them, and
she can't leave.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's going to be the moment.
You can never leave.
Yeah. I wonder if that's going to be the moment that things kind of click and she realizes, shit, something's wrong. I tried to chase after them. They weren't listening to me. They didn't respond to what I said. I couldn't leave. So I wonder if that's going to be the moment where Hannah kind of figures out that she's been killed. This lady in the lake, I still believe it's something connected with the mom, even though we were told maybe multiple times that the parents weren't killed there. Flora's looked for her. She's not there. Like, the mom's not there. The dad's not there. I feel like something is linked still just because of the way the kids are acting.
Well, I mean, I feel like even... Why does my voice get higher? It's puberty.
Hey.
Why, like, how come... Just because somebody died far away, they couldn't, like, come and check on their children or something?
I mean, it definitely feels like this person is protecting something, whether it's the house or the property or something, because Peter was messing around. He was stealing things from the house. There was, in the interaction with the necklace in the last episode, it was clearly linked to something with the parents. And the fact that he was going to steal it, he was going to turn it in, he was going to flee to America. And then in that moment is when she, like, choked him out and dragged him out. And I still think, I'm still holding out a little bit, thinking that it's definitely the mom that's doing this, because she hasn't hurt the kids yet.
I was going to say, she flew right past the children, right to Peter.
Yeah.
And
there's moments where...
When they leave their rooms, though, they, like, don't want to look at her. Like, I don't understand. Like, if they look at her, will something bad happen to them?
I don't know. It's just one of those things where the kids have been protecting Dani every night that she's been there, and the kids haven't been harmed by her to any of our knowledge at this point. We don't even know if these children are alive, to be honest.
It's so weird.
But like the whole Hannah and Peter thing now, like, it kind of opens up all possibilities that maybe they're all dead except for Dani, who showed up there. Like, I don't know.
Is she now dead?
Who knows? It's all just so crazy. Like, the fact that we are now dealing with a character that we've seen for a bunch of episodes being dead and interacting,
who knows?
I'm keeping every option open at this point.
Right.
But this lady by the lake is clearly not attacking the children. So that whole situation, like the protecting thing, and then the fact that Flora has this live action dollhouse of ghosts that are in the house. It opens, she could track Dani through it. She's like, oh, Dani's not in bed, I'm gonna go get her. Like, that shit is just absolutely insane. But this show, I feel like, has taken things to a new level with this last episode. I can't wait to see where it goes. Do you have any other thoughts? All right, y'all, let's go.
Lord Wingrave greatly preferred the confines of his office to the comfort of his London flat. He trapped himself there, day and night, tucked away in his work, in his nightly routine, until he was entombed in it, until there was no room left inside of him for anything else. Until he felt most like himself, for better or worse.
Miss Clayton phoned. Just an update. Wanted to report about the children. She says they're well, but she's a bit concerned.
I'm happy the children are well.
That's so weird.
Yeah, just the children are fine. It's all that matters.
Like, he doesn't want to know what she's concerned about.
Yeah.
How late does he fucking stay there? What?
The fuck, dude?
Scotch or
What the fuck
bourbon
is this?
tonight? Scotch it is.
Okay.
Now, who the fuck is his friend?
Honestly.
Everyone's got a fucking friend.
What the actual... Is he fucking dead too? Is he dead and he can't leave his fucking office like those fuckers can't leave the Bly Manor?
That is so weird.
Why is he smiling? What's so fucking funny?
Yeah, because the voiceover said that he prefers his London flat, or prefers his
Ew,
office.
dude, what?
Dude, that is some creepy shit.
I don't like it.
That was a creepy ass smile.
Why is he sitting there like that?
It's like, yeah, the voiceover was like, he prefers his office.
Over his comfy
And
London
he stays
flat.
there all fucking night long.
Oh,
Like,
hell to the no.
Charlotte! Too late?
You're on time. Yeah, she's close, but not yet.
Thank God for that. I'm here!
I don't think she cares much about that right now.
She's early. She's quite early.
It happens. You made it. You're fine.
Never miss the birth of my own daughter. I'm here, darling. It's my girl.
My girls are good. Where are my girls?
so she gave birth to Flora in the house
Okay, but
in a white dress.
that looks like the chick that fucking stole Peter.
That totally looks like what we've seen from the woman from the lake
Right.
to this point.
Just chilling. How did she
What?
get there?
What are you doing, child?
She's just sleeping out in the middle of the grass?
Don't usually see you this side of the 8 a.m. I know that you start early on Thursdays, so I thought I'd bring you some coffee.
Look how hard she's trying. She's so cute.
The kids have been a little strange lately. Everything's been a bit strange, really. No Owen, no you. I seem to see less and less of Hannah. She just goes out, I guess, by herself. Sometimes I just turn around and she's gone.
Sometimes people just need to be alone.
Or someone just died and they started to realize that they're dead.
Solid.
Did you wake up just for this?
I want a greenhouse
No.
like that, by the way.
You just waited for me to come back.
I knew that you were coming back today.
Are the kids awake?
No, they're asleep.
Just out on the lawn somewhere.
Tiptoeing around the kitchen, making awful coffee by yourself, just to come say hi at 6 in the morning. Poppins, you flirt.
I love it when she calls her Poppins.
I don't like the way we left it. I wanted to start doing something right, so I thought I'd start with coffee.
Even though that was awful.
You sure about that? Because every time I think you might be sure, you've got this irritating habit of jumping back like you've just seen a scary bug.
Bitch, she said!
I like you, but I also like my life the way it is. Nice and boring.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to disrupt that. Gotta keep things proper boring. Haven't we?
What?
Well, that was kind of adorable, though.
Look, there's a pub in Bly, right?
There is?
Would you want to get a drink? You and me could get a boring old drink in a boring old pub and see where that takes us.
Cute. What the hell? Child? No. That's a no. That's a no.
What are you doing?
I don't feel good.
How long have you been out here?
I just woke up.
Stop,
don't
Rebecca. Is Rebecca possessing her?
Oh, shit. The kids have been taken over by Peter and Rebecca?
Oh my god, that's fucking
Hello?
terrifying.
The fuck?
Miles, is that you?
That's so creepy and inappropriate. I don't like it. Where's your dollhouse?
Wait!
What the fuck
Who
is
are you?
happening?
Did you hear me?
What the fuck is that?
I'm Flora.
What?
Mummy!
Is this a flashback?
What is it? There's someone in my room.
Miles?
It's not Miles. It's...
Bitch!
Hello, Flora. I didn't drive back to the city last night.
Uncle Henry slept over.
In one of the guest rooms. And I was just saying good morning. Just
What the fuck, bruh?
heard you say there was someone in your room.
You cheating motherfucker.
This fool is sleeping with his brother's wife? So is there a whole family that was killed in this house prior?
Oh,
is that what we're dealing with?
This is strange. I suppose it's because I'm too old.
What?
Yes, I expect that's it. You should be 5 years old, in fact. You were 5 years old when this happened.
Wait, what the actual fuck?
I'm 8 years old. Why is my age all wrong?
You know why, don't you?
Is she fucking dead?
Because this is a memory.
That's right.
I've been tucked away again in another memory. This is happening more and more. Keep getting tucked away, and then I start to realise it, and I'll be over as soon as I...
Wake up.
What the actual fuck? Even Miles was like, I'm having a really weird dream after the whole...
She's being possessed by Rebecca.
But that was like a Hannah moment.
Yeah.
Like she was reliving one of her own memories, not someone else's.
So fucking...
The fuck?
It's Miss Clayton. Said Flora's been sleepwalking.
And she's all right?
I'm not sure.
She's all right, that's all. If she isn't, then why isn't she calling a bloody doctor?
Okay.
That's kind of fucked up.
What if Flora's his?
Oh, that letter was to Dominic, the dad.
Is that a possibility?
No, but that letter that he had...
No. What are the chances Flora's her dad?
You mean he's Flora's dad?
Yeah.
Don't know who you're trying to hide from. Might as well come in.
Why is there...
This is so creepy.
Why is the furniture covered?
So, we decided on Scotch and bourbon tonight. And the 62 at that.
What the fuck is he...
Are you sure we can still afford it? After Peter robbed you blind? Hardly blind. What's $250,000? And Miles's money, after all, not yours. I replaced all of it as... Oh, she's likely asleep by now. You'd get the cook again, or the housekeeper, or that cute little American. The calls are spooking them.
Oh, he's calling. What the fuck?
Imagine he's dealing with some guilt.
A little bit.
There's not many secret spots, even on grounds this big. But this one, special.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's a moonflower.
Oh.
This plant only blooms 2 months a year, and only at night. Each bud, only once.
Wow.
These flowers will be dead by morning. And tomorrow night, new buds will bloom, and then they'll die.
That's crazy.
3 weeks, this entire plant will be dead. And in the spring, I'll have to plant a whole new moonflower.
Wow.
That's a lot of work for a flower that only blooms once.
It's like the phoenix of
What
flowers.
people feel like to me.
People?
Exhaustive effort, very little show for it.
All of them?
All of them. Even you, especially me.
That is sketchy as fuck. Pretty, but terrifying.
One was Louise, Dad was Dennis. Total surprise, a year later, my brother, Dani, then me. Dad starts working in a coal mine. But he's barely home now. Louise is home with the kids. She's basically a kid herself. She does what kids do, she plays. So Dad's underground and Mum's under some bloke.
Oops.
When he finally climbs out of that grave, finally climbs back to the land of the living, they laugh at him. The whole town knows my little brother Mikey isn't his.
Oh, shit.
So Dennis buries his head in the soot. Louise, on the other hand, they call my mum a whore.
Fuck, dude.
And in '67, Louise bolts, and I come home from school to find Mikey, alone, screaming his little head off. He's still a baby. I try and take care of him. I'm just a kid. Kids can't raise kids. So one day there's an accident. Social services gets involved and we split up. Dad did his best, then it was foster care. And it's there I start gardening. Busy work for idle hands. But I fucking love it. You pour your love and your effort and your nourishment into them, and you see where it goes. Everyone is exhaustive.
Jamie.
Sometimes someone like this moonflower just might be worth the effort. I know you're carrying this guilt around, but I also know that you don't decide who lives and who doesn't. Sorry, Dani, but you don't. Humans are organic. It's a fact, but meant to die. It's natural, beautiful. And it all breaks down and rises back up and breaks down again, and every living thing grows out of every dying thing. That life refreshes. That is so much better than that life getting crushed. We leave more life behind to take our place. Like this moonflower. It's all its beauty lies, you know, in the mortality of the thing.
Did they finally get to keep a moment? Instead of her ex-fiance popping in and ruining it.
Is that all of it? One more piece in the car. Okay, I'll grab it.
There's the dollhouse.
Oh, she's going to lose her mind.
I'm sorry I won't make the party. Hopefully this smooths it over.
Oh, she's 6. She'll only notice the presents. They're not here.
Perhaps we could hide this in the study until the party.
Darling, look what your brother's brought.
It's terrific.
He totally fucking saw that.
He knows.
What the fuck is happening?
Flora's birthday. Got me thinking. What a strange night that was. She was so early.
Yeah, it's not his. Yeah. Does he fucking kill her?
God, dude, don't even.
She kind of had to be early, didn't she? Or else it would mean she was conceived in August while I was in Russia. 6 years. Took me 6 years to do the math, because I didn't want to, did I? Was gone an awful lot. Lonely. House this size. Stu and Miles. Lonely. Do you love him?
This is fucking brutal. It's because he's taller, huh?
Fucking motherfucker, dude.
She's my daughter in every way that matters. And when she asks her father to walk her down the aisle, me, not you. Do you understand me? She didn't tell you. Oh, look at that. I get to be here when the penny drops. I've been thinking about what the right word must be, and I keep getting stuck on banished. You're banished, little brother.
Fuck.
You don't have a brother anymore, or a niece, or a nephew. Nobody. Just yourself. And yourself, Henry. He's an evil shit. Grotesque little demon. He's a shit-grinning fucking monster.
That's the monster.
This is so insane. All the twists and turns in this fucking show is just absolutely nutty.
Flora.
I'm so sorry. I should have told you. I should have done a lot of things differently. We're leaving tonight. India. We're tracing our honeymoon.
Yikes.
That never works.
I wanted to say goodbye. I'm going to make this work. My husband, my family. I needed you to hear it from me. That's why I'm going on this trip.
He didn't realize that Flora was his.
I want to see it again. No. The night we met. Answer it. No. But you have to. You always do. Come on, there's nothing to be afraid of. You know who it is. The British consulate in India. They have terrible news. Please. There's been an accident.
Ew, so fucking creepy.
Hello. Yes, speaking. What sort of an accident? Well, surely they're all right. You're wrong. You're mistaken. Hell was having to call Bly and having her voice be the first one you heard when she picked up the phone. Her little voice saying,
All residents.
Dude.
Poor baby.
What the fuck?
Hello? There you are. Thought I'd give you a story. So sorry about your face. Try this.
The fuck? Ah! That's fucking terrifying! What in the hell?
There you are. I've done it again. Because the night I did this, I was only just 5 years old. Why do you keep pushing me aside, Miss Jessel? I'm very cross with you.
But why? Everything is just fine. It's perfectly...
It's not. I'm tired of being tucked away. What are you doing to me?
Flora?
Bitch, come here.
It's okay. It's only Miss Jessel.
I just got chills.
Me too.
Well, this is awkward.
Flora! Flora? Flora, we gotta go.
I'm sorry.
No, bitch. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? No.
Dude, this show is so insane now.
No. They just... Why? Is that so, like, fucking Peter could live out his... So Miss Jessel can have an adult woman's body? That's fucking gross, dude. Oh my god, I don't like it. Is it everybody that lives in that house has to be dead? I need to watch the next episode.
I need to watch that again.
So
that was a lot.
Yes. So Uncle Henry and Charlotte equals Flora.
Yeah.
He's not a Baratheon.
Yeah.
H plus C equals F.
He's the one who's been calling because he wants to hear Flora.
His daughter.
Mm-hmm.
His baby.
Yep. He has his own creepy self-passenger, creepy smiley guy.
His dark passenger.
It felt very similar to like Dani's situation, where every time she was feeling guilty about trying to move on, her fiance would show up.
Right.
He's dealing with the same exact thing, where he's feeling, if this fucker's even alive. Like, I don't know who the fuck is alive anymore.
Honestly.
But he's alive, and he's dealing with the guilt.
I think he's alive.
Yeah, I do think that as well.
Yeah.
But why... He's been drinking for 2 years straight, dealing with the guilt of what he did to his brother. So they still need to be specific about what happened with the parents.
Okay, so they died in India.
Right. The accident and...
What accident?
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, what... It felt like the way his creepy, dark self was talking to him, it sounded like he had an impact on the accident, or maybe the entire trip is just happening because of the affair.
That's what I'm thinking, that the only reason why they went to India is, well, I mean, as she said, they're retracing their honeymoon.
Right.
So it's like the only reason why they're retracing their honeymoon is because there's trouble in paradise.
Right. Nice. And was there a plane crash? Is that what...
I don't think...
I don't remember what was said in, like, episode 1.
Yeah, no.
There was an accident,
Yeah.
is what we were told.
I don't know.
I need to
It
go
could be a
back
plane.
and I need to go back and pay attention to certain things. On the first watch, this show overloads you hard with stuff. In addition to all the emotion that all these people are dealing with, it's like next level shit in terms of how deep and emotional the story is, because everybody in this show is dealing with something. Everybody. And now we've got the full Henry story and his relationship and why he is so standoffish with the family, why he won't go to Bly, and the reason why he's just acting the way he's acting. And, like, it's just... The fact that Rebecca and Peter have taken over these children's minds and dreams and just brain.
Well, and then Flora, I mean, so basically...
And bodies, because
their selves, their little selves are being pushed away inside their own head because Rebecca and or Peter are taking over they're embodying them. Just slipping right in.
And they've killed Mrs. Gross. They just knocked out fucking Dani.
Unless they killed her.
She dead.
She cannot. Jamie
just
and
knocked
her
her
were
over the
just
head.
having a relationship and it was sweet, and it's like, now what? Now Dani's gonna be somebody else and Jamie's gonna be like, you're not the same, I'm not interested.
It's just, this is all so insane. Does this really happen?
No. It does.
Has this happened anywhere to anyone ever?
The end. This was based on a true story. The fuck?
The creepy chills that I felt when you realized Dani saw Rebecca, like...
I got the chills the same time.
That was just one of those moments, because she is a really good actor. It was so believable that she saw someone in the room with Flora.
That wasn't supposed to be there.
And that, like, her expression and reaction, it hit. It hit pretty hard as, like, I don't know if it's a parent thing or if it's just how good of an actor she is. Like, that shit hit, and, like, it gave me some chills, just like,
Someone
oh, damn.
in the room with a child that is not supposed to be there, and you're supposed to be protecting that child.
Yeah. That is some scary ass shit. And, like, what is the story behind this child with no face?
She looks like she's like one of the
it's a boy, right?
Yeah. Looks like he was part of like the doll selection that's up in the... Is it up in the attic, or that was just a room of an attic? I don't understand, but whatever.
I mean, that house has so many rooms and levels and floors and all kinds of stuff.
It
definitely felt like an open...
Well, she went up.
It definitely felt like an open kind of attic.
Yeah, she went upstairs, so it's got to be an attic.
Yeah, it was, yeah. How much history is there? Because even Henry was talking about, like, I don't know if he was just making this up to make Flora feel better, but he even talked about, oh, I had a little friend too when I lived in this house and stuff. Like, what kind of history does this house have? Like, how much bad shit has gone down? Nothing in this episode eliminated any of my thought about the lady in the lake being the mom. I still have some, even though they didn't die at the house, clearly, I still feel like that's something related, just because even seeing her give birth in that white gown, and then, like, when she left, she was wearing, like, it was more of like a big overcoat, but, like, it was still a big white kind of fluffy jacket type thing. Like, it feels too similar.
Hair.
Yeah, it feels too similar to the woman who's...
But then when she was in the attic right now, there was a whole bunch of dolls.
Yeah, there were a lot.
Like, big ones, too.
We've seen them in the previous episodes when she was humming the song.
Like,
and she would, yeah. So, that wasn't their first appearance, but it's the first time we've been up close and personal. It's just, there's just so much guilt and loss, and I feel like there's a lot of really bad shit going on, too,
so
because of Peter.
basically, I feel like the Haunting of Bly Manor is basically everyone's guilt manifesting.
Well, if anyone's doing the haunting here, it's Peter and Rebecca. Like, they're haunting people here. Like, they've killed people. They just took out Dani. Like, they're the ones who are haunting this, but, like, everyone is haunted by something. And...
You're getting real deep now.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Like, this is a deep story. And it's more sad than it is, like, scary.
Yes.
Like, and it has, like, way more creepy vibes than, like, horror type of vibes. Like, it's just, it's crazy. It's intense, and it's super interesting. Because it's like, you gotta, every time they leave you little breadcrumbs about the past of the story, they kind of shut it down and then follow through on other ends of the story. And it's like, what happened? Like, where is all of this going? And how do you get rid of 2 pissed off dead ghosts? Well, really 1, but...
Because Rebecca's not really mad.
But she's being influenced by...
I think she's sad.
She's always been influenced by Peter.
Yes.
Always. We still have to see what happened to her. We still don't even know how she died.
We don't.
We haven't seen that play out yet. Was that a Miles thing, too?
That's... Oh, my God.
He's like, you're going to come be with me? So you're going to fucking die? Bitch. Like, is he using Miles as his fucking death tool? Like...
He's the executioner.
It's like, talk about a kid that, like, I feel bad for. Like, he's doing things that he does not have any control over. And he's already dealt with so much trauma from his family and his parents. Like, dude, how do you even start to explain to a kid his age, like, oh, hey, by the way, yeah.
Do you think that Peter and Rebecca waited for Jamie to leave? Like, they weren't going to do this with Jamie there.
Probably.
So it's like, oh, she's going home. Take care of it now.
It seems like that makes sense. It's just, the thing that's kind of throwing me off is Flora is having these visions just like Hannah did. Which, again, it brings up the idea of, like, who is alive and who is dead.
I think Flora and Miles are alive. Because that's the only way that Rebecca and Peter are able to take over.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just presenting it because the flashbacks and the memories and catching yourself in the memories and being able to talk to someone and manipulate the memory is exactly what Hannah did in the last episode.
Well, no, but Flora's alive, but her little soul is being pushed aside so that Rebecca could steal.
It's still insane.
To take over, really.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It is absolutely insane.
So well done.
This show is, the story, it's very interesting.
Yes.
And very tragic. But do you have any other thoughts?
No.
All right, y'all. You can leave your comments down below. Let us know what you thought at this point. And we'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.